Hello. Good day, my babies. Or babies of the internet or babies of the divine. I don't know. Hello. I hope you all are doing beautiful. We are going to do, well, channel messages. Tudo que tem no fiat. There's some things that may resonate, some things that may not resonate. Nothing may resonate. Something should resonate. Shit, if you just get the what resonates is that I'm not the reader for you. Anything is possible. But we are going to go with these messages that I have right now. So I'm going to do this one I did first. But I'm going to do, these are both recaps that caught my eye today. This one I didn't write a lot down, as you can see, because it was just so fucking crazy. So the name of the recap was The Bullies Don't Know They Are Mocking a Sociopath. It's a Japanese movie. 17 could be significant. 425, 15, 56, January 25th. 222 is significant. 2105 is significant. 317 and 3814. So it was about bullying turns cruel and violent. This young lady was a transfer student. She made friends with someone who, it was like a boy came in between them. And I'll call her Redhead. Redhead started hanging out with some other friends, and those friends started mocking and bullying her old friend. Like bad stuff. Sometimes in these Asian movies, the kids and you know what? Maybe it's the violence with the kids that is crazy. Because this movie was bananas. Like the stuff that they do in other movies is, American movies are, I don't know. Anyway. But, so they bullied her. They bullied her to the point where one of the kids, they're in high school. They went to her house and set it on fire with her parents and her little sister in it. The little sister got burned all over her body, and the parents passed away, and these kids were still trying to bully her. It got so bad that they came to bully her and told her that she was going to die, had a knife at her neck. She ended up getting the upper hand, unaliving all three of those girls. When she was going through the bullying initially, her dad came to the school to ask the teacher to do something, and the teacher was scared about being bullied by the kids. So she was like, well, you know, this school is going to be closing next year, so just take it until then. Like, why make it worse? Actually is what she was trying to say. So when the father was leaving, one of the kids kicked the father down the stairs and had like nails and shit at the bottom of his foot. So he did damage to the father's back. The father didn't get any justice. The kids just walked away. Like, where are the rules? Where's the punishment? How are you just allowed to do shit like that? And you're a child. A person in general shouldn't be allowed to do that. But you're in high school. You're supposed to be supervised, right? No? This shit was crazy. These kids. So there was the girl who lost her parents was supposed to be the sociopath. But I promise you, almost every kid that was in that movie was either unalived or unalived somebody else. There was this dude that the psychopath girl became friends with. She started living with her grandfather. The sister was in the hospital. She became friends with this dude. He was a psychopath too. He unalived his father and his mother and tortured his grandmother. And when her parents were dying in the fire, he was with her. They ran up to the house. She wanted to save them. He was like, no. He went to the house and took pictures of their bodies as they were dying. One of the girls that got bullied by the three bullies became like psychotic, and she unalived at least 2 people. She actually was the one that put the kerosene around the house. It was like, what the entire... There was so much bloodshed in this movie. It was not even funny. And I'm like, is this indicative of our fucking society? That is such a dog-eat-dog world that we don't care about any fucking body? Nobody? People were afraid to stand up for themselves because that teacher, I'm sure she felt that way because there was nobody backing her. If those students could kick a parent down the stairs and injure them in the way that they did and not have any repercussions, these are like people that think that they can do whatever the fuck they want and it's okay. That's why there's a need for rules in the society, because of people. There are more people in this world that would kick you while you're down instead of helping you up. It is fucking insane. You have people in your own circle, your own family, who pretend to help you and kick you in your back. Talk about you all types of ways. Tell lies about you. Betray you. It's insane. It's insane. So, yeah, that was that recap. This other recap, this is from a movie called Perfect Enemy. And it was about this guy who was married to this woman. She left him. It's like a very... The man, ideally, I don't even know if you want to watch it, if I tell you about it. Whatever. If you're listening, I'm sorry. This man, it was a psychological drama. So he met this chick on his way to the airport. He's a writer, or he's doing in some healthcare fields. He used to be an architect. So he changed his careers because he wanted to help people instead. He's going to the airport. He's talking to his friend who helped him get this, this little gig. His friend is like, yo, you still wearing your wedding band? The wife has been going 20 years. What are you going to do? And he's like, yo, I still love her. I can't, blah, blah, blah. So on the way to the airport, he meets this young lady. And this young lady is going to the airport as well. She tells him that she's going to tell him 3 stories. One is disgusting. One is terrifying, and one will end with love. So the one story talks about her as a child and her parents, her mother and her stepfather, treat her poorly. And she doesn't like her mom's cooking. She gets beat for it. They'll punish her by making cat food for the cat, which includes cat food, rabbit meat, and leftovers. So she ends up eating the food, which is really disgusting. But she enjoyed it. So something about something is disgusting and someone getting some type of unexpected joy from it, which sounds really odd, because my brain went to something like cannibalism, or someone realizing that they enjoy hurting other people, however they do that. Unexpected joy from something disgusting. Like, no tea, no shade, this is your business. This is definitely not somewhere I live, because there are things that just gross me out and make me want to throw up. So it would fuck up the ambience of the whole mood. But if my statement has to do with, sexual matters, and you like to do the peeing and the, the pooping type thing, if that's your thing, that's your thing. You clean up after it, whatever. But I would fuck that up for you. There would be throw up on the floor. Every time I thought about it, it would be a mess. It wouldn't even work for us. So, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. Whatever. But someone gets unexpected joy from something. So the second story was she had a friend in school, and this friend, everybody loved this little girl. Everybody, including herself. But she also hated this little girl because she was so perfect. Everybody loved her. She was everything that she wasn't. She had everything she didn't have. She had a mother and a stepfather who treated her poorly. She had a loving family that gave her everything. Her friend. The friend was in ballet and, other activities where people saw her and she received attention from, where the other little girl didn't get that type of attention. So one day she was at her friend's house and chopped up the doll, one of her friend's dolls. And her friend didn't get angry at her. She didn't yell or anything. So the little girl who has this terrible life got even more angry at this person because she's like, everyone loves you and you're kind even to people who do you dirty. Like, fuck you. So she went home, took the doll with her, and did what was like a ritual, saying all these things that she wanted to happen to her little friend. Well, it turned out that her friend died the next day. And they were only 12 years old. So, in that story, she said hatred killed her friend. So this could be the end of a friendship. It doesn't necessarily mean the end in terms of a physical death. There could be a death, though, metaphorically, figuratively. Someone's jealousy, someone's envy of their friend caused them to, or caused the friendship to be non-existent. With the, love-hate friendship, horrible life. One of them had a horrible life, one had a great life. Decided to destroy her friend, ritual-like dialogue, using the doll, plus hate. So her intention was to cause harm. Something about maybe someone, a friend of yours, or someone who's close to you, someone who envies you, someone who is crazy to love someone, but then to also want them not here anymore, want them harmed, to want them hurt. So this could be someone who used maybe a voodoo doll or one of those, is it called a poppin'? Dolls that someone can make out of things that are personal to you to cause you harm. You could also use those dolls as such to create protection, help with confidence and love. You see how intention is everything with regard to spell work. So she decided to destroy her friend. She said she wanted to destroy her perfection. And no one is perfect, right? But her life, to the friend, her life was everything because this little girl had everything that she didn't have. And the friend ends up passing on. So there's an end of something. Something to do with friends, an end of a friendship, hatred, love, rituals, black magic, dark energy, even just the intention of, I hope that her relationship falters. I hope that she can't get pregnant. I hope that she is the worst mother ever. And this is for a man as well. I'm a female, so I speak from things that females would say. I don't really know if a male would say, I hope he doesn't have kids. Like, I don't know. But it could. So, the third story ended with a stalker assault type thing. So this young lady fell in love with someone that she saw at a cemetery. The woman didn't want anything to do with this little girl, so the little girl hit her over the head. And she had to be like a teenager, like 19, maybe 18 or 19, maybe even 16 or 17. But she hit the woman over the head. The woman was able to get away, and the girl saw her, I don't know how many years later, 10 or 20 years later, and the woman didn't recognize her. But when she did, she wanted this woman to, the young girl wanted the woman to unalive her. And the woman wouldn't do it. So the younger girl ended up unaliving the woman. So she's telling this man the story that it was about love. About love. Her love for this woman. What the story was really about was this man. The guy, his name was, what was his name? Joseph Dianafieta. Was it Alex? I think it was Alex. He was the one who killed his wife. He was the one that unalived her. And he realized that she was pregnant when he unalived her. So this girl that he was talking to was like a manifestation of his daughter. He ended up getting away with it because he strangled his daughter in his delusion. Like trying to get rid of the evidence, or I don't know. It was very strange. But the things that I got from this is that there could be someone having a radical change in careers. He went from an architect to being in healthcare. So someone could, this gives me the energy of someone who's like finally following their passions. Maybe they did a career, they went into a career that their parents thought would be the best or that they would make the most money in, but it wasn't something that they truly loved or wanted to do. Also, something is significant about admirers, subs, and followers. Someone could be getting an influx of new subscribers. Maybe something you're doing is starting to go viral or will go viral, or your content is just starting to be more viewed and shared. Healthcare and healing is significant. So someone could be in a healing field. It doesn't have to be medical, like with healthcare. It could be anything. Maybe your words are healing. Your energy could be healing. The way you interact and love on people could be healing. Your sex could be healing. However it is, that is significant. I also have not being able to get over someone for 20 years. So this is someone who has had an obsession for someone. Yes, that's all I got. Something about a rainstorm and heavy winds is significant. Something about a flight and a passport. Oh, maybe there's going to be heavy winds that delays a flight. Somewhere you're going somewhere that you need a passport, or this is the energy where you didn't get one of those new ID chumpies and you just use your passport for traveling. Something is also significant about someone's name. Either it's very odd. I wrote odd initially, but then wrote unique in parentheses. So I really would have liked to say unique instead of odd, but the word odd could be significant for someone. But maybe you spell your name differently than how people typically would spell their name. Like Jason would be J-S-O-N, but someone spells it J-A-Y-S-O-N. Or unique in the sense that it's something that someone hasn't heard before, or is unique in the sense that there's something about it that's special. I also wrote book writer instead of author. So maybe it's something significant about the way someone explains things. Hold on a minute. I almost pressed the wrong button. It could be something significant about the way someone explains things or interprets things. Maybe the way someone speaks is like sometimes the Mr. laughs at me because I'll be like, I'm looking at the monitor and I can't think of the name monitor. So I'm like the little thingy with like the TV thingy that you use for your laptop, that thingy. So he's like the thingy. So maybe someone talks in that type of way. Also, something is significant about someone being very persistent. You're telling someone, no, I can't, or I don't want to, and they're really trying hard to get you to do what they want you to do. It could be, I don't know, it feels ominous. So there should be the need for discernment if you're finding yourself in that situation. Just how you feel. How does it make you feel? Use that as your discernment. If it makes you feel uncomfortable or something feels odd, if something feels odd, maybe it's something that you should, revisit. Something about cat food and 3 cats. Someone could have cats. Someone could feed cats outside of their home. Stray cats. Something about someone growing up with a mom or a dad and a step parent, and the parent, the biological parent, did not protect the child from the step parent. Almost like something about Asian and melanated. Like, I don't want to say African American and I don't want to say black. And if you say colored people, that sounds very 50s. So, mixed children are significant. So yeah, there was some type of abuse or unfair treatment in someone's childhood. Maybe because someone was mixed, it caused a problem with a step parent, and that made the treatment of the step parent a lot less than love. Oh, and the name of this recap, if you want to look for it, is he met a stranger at the airport, then she knew his darkest secret. So something about someone sharing their darkest secrets with you. This could be people who you just meet. Maybe you'll meet somebody at the airport and they'll tell you some stuff and you'll walk away like, what the fuck? And then they'll walk away like, why did I share that with this person? But that's what it was. It'll be like, I'll never see this person again. And then you end up seeing that person again. It's like the 6 degrees of separation is significant. Like, I went away once to Jamaica, and I live in New Jersey. And there's the street I grew up on. There's a crossroads in between, and then it continues. And the continuation part of that street is a dead end. So I've never gone down that way when I was younger. I didn't have any friends that lived on that block. So, never needed to be there. Well, maybe that was a lie. Maybe I've been down there once or twice. But it wasn't, I didn't know anybody like that on that block. I went away to Jamaica and stayed in the same hotel with someone who lived on that dead end block. We didn't meet in Jersey, but we met in Jamaica. So something about that is significant. But maybe you're telling someone a dark secret. Like, you want to get something off your chest and you don't think you'll ever see this person, or you don't think that information will come back to you, but it does in some way or another. Something is significant about a 2-hour time frame. Something is also significant about the age 10 and the age of 12. 625 is significant. This is Nisi. The name Denise or Williams is significant. Nisi could be significant. The colors yellow and black. Black and yellow, black and yellow. I'm doing a reading.
What did you say?
I'm doing a reading. You're already here. What do you need? He's gone. He's gone. And that's the youngest. You hear how deep his goddamn voice is? It's crazy. I got like little grown ass men. Aww. Anyway, black and yellow. Football could be significant. The Steelers, Pittsburgh could be significant. Something about someone's aunt could be significant. Jacksonville, Florida could be significant. Someone could be have suffered with drug addiction throughout their life. Something could also be significant about a sibling raising another sibling, or like a grandparent raising grandchildren. Okay. So 4.42 are significant. Or I should say 442. 1825 is significant. 5576, the number 5, 126, January 30th, and 14 is significant. France, Dutch, Paris, and the Netherlands is significant. Dutch. The names Joan, Howard, Alex, Smith, Jeremiah, Rivera, Dominique, Christina, Fernando, Fran, Francine, Mike, Nico, Jean, Alice, Myers, Morris, and Morrison are significant. Yeah, that's what we got. Well, we at 26 minutes and 28 seconds. So let's just we'll do these, right? And then we'll also do some of these index cards. Something about questions. Somebody has questions about someone's good luck. Good luck charm. You're my good luck charm. Could be significant for someone. Something about someone's fertility, the birth of a child. Or someone has some type of intuition with regard to some type of creation, birth, creativity. Someone is deepening their spiritual awareness. Not being blind to something. Not allowing something to continue. Chiron, healing. The wounded healer. Someone could be experiencing some deep emotional pain with regard to whatever situation they're going through. Maybe someone is realizing this is a time for a growth. Realizing that it's time to get out of a situation that is no longer making them feel good. Maybe they didn't make them feel good before, but they tolerated, they settled. Look. Free your heart, release your pain. There is no weakness in crying, no judgment, no shame. Be open, be vulnerable, allowing this energy to shift. You'll soon realize this too is a gift. Free your heart, release your pain. There is no weakness in crying, no judgment, no shame. What is this? A Virgo is significant and a Gemini. I'm gonna keep that one. I like that for this energy. I also like this one. First hit hits, now you're chasing that shit. Trying to replicate that high that took you soaring through the sky. Feeling free yet still lost. Your problems back to default. Now you're feeling all your feels. Out here trying to make some deals. Essentially selling your soul. At the gate you'll pay the toll. Is it your mind, your body, your heart? Your troubled spirit can't tell them apart. Someone is going through something really, really, it's hard, traumatic. Just at the end of here, it's like hitting somebody in the gut. No shame over something that they've done, something they've been a part of. You could also feel shame. Like say a parent has a child who commits like a bunch of unalivings and they're like gruesome and terrible. And it's like something about family shame is significant. This is a family shame. A compulsive liar. Lies to cope with social situations. Little control over using lying as a coping skill. Lies to meet their need for safety, security, or belonging. Lies out of habit. It's a lot of, I don't like this energy. I like this here because there's I don't know if someone is in this energy yet or not, though. This could be someone lying about, this is lying to cope with social situations. So you don't want to feel ashamed of what's going on with you. So you'll lie and say that everything is okay. Like you're not trying to be, well, this is a compulsive liar. It just feels like someone who is just trying to protect themselves from what the thoughts of other people. So this would be someone whose parent or their child does something and they go and they change their name because that name is associated with that family. Something about arson could be, oh shit. We were just talking about arson with the goddamn movie, with the bullies. Somebody set something on fire. A relationship, communication. Setting a relationship on fire, to me, is like very, that's like shit is about to blow up. That's fighting. That's a lot of argumentative energy, a lot of disagreements. It's just, it doesn't feel good. What else do we have? It doesn't feel good. Somebody is smoking a lot. This says first hits, and this one is on that dopamine serotonin rush. Got me feeling euphoric, higher than that OG Kush. Someone is smoking a lot. Someone is using substances in order to make them feel better, to take them out of whatever dark space they're in. Someone is they could be lying about just being on, like, smoking weed. Because the first hits, now you're chasing that shit. That made me think of when people get addicted to, like, heroin or crack. It's like once you get that high, that's the high you're chasing, but you'll never feel it again. They're chasing a high they'll never feel again because it was something that was superficial. It wasn't meant to last. So something about that is significant. We have agent of chaos. Causes chaos or mischief within a group just for kicks. Let's get 2 more cards and then we'll do the letters. 3326 could be significant. My tooth is hurting because I've been, look at this. Agent of chaos finds this. I'm going to put agent of chaos out. Something fucking, okay. We were just talking about unaliving, and look, I saw this before and I was like, I'm not going to go there because it's not where I was trying to be. I was not trying to live there. Labradorite. But Jane Doe, a female, name given to a red rum victim with no identity, name being concealed from the public, a placeholder in court cases. Something about a court case is significant. A Jane Doe, a deceased person, is significant. Something about a compulsive liar who causes chaos, the agent of chaos. An amoral person with no sense of ethics. Having a culture shock. Someone, it's like finding out that you're in a family full of red rummers and, like, say you grew up in like you didn't know you were a part of the mob, or you didn't know you were in this gang type energy, and they do all types of shit that you weren't aware of, and you're probably just not on board with freeing your heart and releasing this pain. No judgment, no shame. That's not the shit you want to be involved in. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, how do I deal with this? Someone may be in this energy where they're going to move away and change their name and get them to feel that separate themselves from this group of people. This could also be the family, the mob, the gang. Someone may be like some type of confidential informant who will have to go into like a witness protection. Culture shock. My world feels chaotic, turned upside down, struggling to hold on. This truth is breaking me down. Conflicts in values, traditions, feelings. With a compulsive liar, someone is releasing this compulsive liar who's an agent of chaos. However, someone is finding comfort in things that are not good for them. Maybe this person feels like a Jane Doe, or Jane Doe is specific to, like maybe they'll pretend, on TV they pretend like somebody passed away, but they really didn't. They just gave them a new life. You're going to be a new person. You're going to have a new life. It's more important to bash her than to try to understand her. A sad symptom of the human race. People would rather throw your pain in your face. Kick you while you're down instead of helping you, fixing your crown. Where is the compassion? We just talked about this shit. I like this one too. The Lion. This is the Leo energy, like the Strength card. The lion doesn't have to be powerful. It is powerful. It doesn't have to roar to be heard. Its presence is enough. You are pressure. Even so, you still lead with compassion, more compassion. People may not want to admit it, but they respect you, your strength and your gentleness. Don't get it twisted though. When it's necessary to roar, people will know they can either get down or be laid down. It's like, yo, you are a loving person, but you're not to be fucked with. So maybe somebody or some people have found you at the situation, at the point where I'm not to be fucked with. It's, to me, even you will soon realize this is to a gift. I went through some really fucked up situations with regard to people in my life. There are people that I wasn't that close to, but close enough that you would think that it would be more of a mutual respect. There wasn't. I get it. There's no love lost because maybe there was always this feeling that something wasn't quite right. But those people who pretend like they got your back 110%, those people that make you feel comfortable in their presence, but then turn around and are just the opposite. You would think that this person was your enemy. The perfect enemy. The enemy within. The enemy within. These people are their own worst enemy. And you're finding yourself out of that energy. You're freeing your heart. Something about rehab could be significant for someone. I was going to say but no. Rehab is significant. I'm going to get a card for each of these as well. I'm going to use this little deck since I brought it up earlier. You. Something about you and your confidence is very significant. This is the Leo energy, the yellow, the lion, the strength. Something about you is very significant. The way you make people feel. You could be very intimidating with your energy. The letter E is significant. E for empty. E is for enough. I get that from the Ghetto Nun. E is for, I have those same cards that she has. I have so many cards that I don't use. I have the children's cards. I have different games that have questions and shit on them. I don't know. I need everything to be out in the open so that I can see it and know what I want. That could be significant for someone. So something about the third eye. activates intuition and spiritual insight, deepening spiritual awareness through meditation. So something about someone's intuition is on E, on excellent, but their intuition was on empty before because they weren't aware of this compulsive liar. The letter V is significant. These could be someone's initials, V-E-E-V. The name Eve could be significant, or Eva, Evan. Something about attracting one's soul tribe. So with the culture shock and the agent of chaos with attracting the soul tribe, this is like someone, this person with the letter V is either the person who is a compulsive liar, or this is someone that they've attracted that are just like them. This could be someone's ex that is an agent of chaos. I'm going to do it like this. It just allows me to have more space. I was trying to make it look like neat and cute, but I guess you would appreciate more cards than me trying to make it look neat and cute. I think I would. I'd be like, girl, if you don't get more cards up there so I can see what's going on. Something about sex. Someone attracts people through sex, or there's some culture shock, maybe with regard to someone's sexual, their sexual activities. They cause chaos in all their sexual relationships. They lie in all their sexual relationships. Something about the number 7 is also significant. S-E-V. Maybe there's something about 7 exes could be significant. Maybe someone's exes are getting intuition about this person being Eve. Eve ate the apple, temptation. Eve is the reason, allegedly, why I got this menstrual cycle. Thanks, Eve. Thanks. Someone could be upset with an ex because of something they did that caused a problem. Eve the rapper could also be significant. She was once, with the Rough Riders and all that jazz, and now she lives in, like, is it England? She has this husband and stepchildren, and I believe she has her own child, if I'm not mistaken. And he's like some billionaire or millionaire, multi-millionaire. He reminds me, I know he's not, but he reminds me of like a prince or something. Like, so she's like in high standard. So something about that is significant. Maybe, and then, so you remember her from like Stevie J. There was like a sex tape with her and Stevie J, allegedly. So you think, oh, Stevie J. You think about Stevie J. He's been with Jocelyn. He's been married to Faith. He's been with, what was his baby mom's name? Mimi. And how he treated these women. And, shit wasn't cute. And I don't think she was his woman, but she got caught up with this sex tape thing with him. But now, the vast difference in who, you wouldn't even, sex tape with Stevie J. Who the fuck is Stevie J? You don't remember that shit. So someone's past is significant, and how they've come up or how they've improved, maybe from some exes. A vixen could be significant as well. Vixens, someone attracts friends that are very, very much like them. 0 is significant. S-O. Shout out. Shout out makes me think of loud. Someone's ex is loud. Obnoxious. Maybe their friends are that way too. So if they're out in the street, everyone's yelling, everybody's screaming. It's culture shock. Like this is like being out with your ex and you taking them to like a mall in Jersey that you would take them to that would have people clutching their pearls. Might be Short Hills. I'm not sure. I don't do, oh my God, I can't remember the last time I was in a mall. I promise you, I swear to God. I don't know. It's been like years. So I don't know what. Short Hills back in the day was, your snooty mall. And snooty, it had very high class stores and such. You didn't go there looking like bummy and from, like you didn't belong if you went there looking a certain type of way. So it would be like going to Short Hills Mall with your boo, and everybody looks the part, but their energy can't lie. So now they're acting ignorant and they're loud and they're cussing up a storm, acting as if they don't have any good sense, no good home training. The name Sean is significant. Socks, something about socks is significant. Something about socks is significant. Um, so they get in. Oh, I just realized that says X. Oh, you are so crazy, Tamika. Something about someone's ex. Something about the full moon. Freaks come out at night. Someone is seeing something about their ex in the Eve energy. But so it's funny because they say Eve is supposed to be like the purer one, and Lilith is like the harlot, But Eve was the one that ate the apple. She was the hard-headed one. But was she hard-headed or just, like, why would we not be, why stay away from the tree of knowledge? Was there knowledge that we weren't supposed to have? Like, were we supposed to say ignorant to information? And God was like, I told you not to fucking touch that tree. Now you know shit you shouldn't know. Almost like the government, right? They want you to know what they want you to know, but they don't want you to know the whole truth. Or they don't want you to be too intelligent so that you're like, wait a minute, I'm getting fucked up. I'm getting fucked over here. So something about Eve. Eve was tempted. She was tempted and she ate the apple. She bit it at the very least. But something about the full moon and feminine energy. Something someone manifested. We talked about the ceremonies with the puppets and the dolls. Ceremony. Something about an apple or Eve. Or sex. A ceremony that had sex. With conflicts and values and traditions. Maybe finding out somebody does some shit that is just a little bit more the disgusting part. Someone got enjoyment for something that was disgusting. S-O. S-O. Someone is looking for, what is that? A smoke signal? It's significant. Socks. Someone could be extra small, very petite. Something is significant about September. No, December. I said September and November. So those months are also significant. The letter H is significant with regard to this soul tribe. Something could have happened in October with this something 7 sisters, 7 days, 7 months, 7 years. In the Hoodoo Tarot, the High Priestess, the number 7, and it says 7 sisters. Something is also significant. Isn't that a part of like some star system? Like, I know it is. I'm not very well versed on it, but it has to do with 7 sisters. So 7 people, 7 exes, 7 sexual partners. Maybe someone did something in 7. 7th is the Sunday, which is, it's the holy number. It's a whole number. God, the day of rest. What is this with Eve and God in the 7th day? The Sabbath. Sabbath. I don't know. Something about a high school could be significant. Maybe these people know each other from high school, or someone's ex from high school. Someone could have been really small in high school, and now they're a little bit more fluffier. I don't know. Year endings, harvest, beginnings, abundance, and learning. So the learning makes me think of, with the compulsive liar, the culture shock. People from someone's high school they went to school with are learning about them, or something is ending with a group of people, group of exes. sending out smoke signals. Someone needs help. A person that you went to school with needs help, needs your assistance. Jose could be significant. Something about a hose. Hosing something down. Hose, the first thing I thought about was what they did to black people in the 60s and the 70s, 60s, 50s and 60s. Using hose to hose them down. Something about a riot is significant. Racism. Maybe dirty cops. Something is ending. It's a culture shock. It's very surprising. A family. This is a large group of people, whoever they are. Learning. It's at least 7 people. Learning. We're learning about. Learning from. Maybe you are learning. Maybe you are learning about all of this. XO, hugs and kisses. Hugs and kisses from the agent of chaos. The culture shock. The person, this is someone you hugged and kissed on, you loved on. This is someone, if you hugged and kissed on this person, then this was more than like casual. Someone casual in your life. That's fucked up. Someone that was more than casual in your life. Someone you had love for. XO with the love. Someone's name could start with an S. Shay could be significant. I just got a text message from my god sister. Her nickname is Shay. We share the same birthday. So something about a Pisces could be significant. Something about sharing the same birthday with someone. The 28th or February could be significant. Valentine's Day could be significant with love here. Someone could be breaking up with someone on or around Valentine's Day. We got the V there with love. And XO's like Valentine's Day is hugs and kisses. You think you're getting it in. And someone is like, nope. Maybe someone is anticipating spending Valentine's Day with an ex, but it seems like this might be like a chaotic event. There might be a lot of arguing or fighting. The name Vanessa could be significant, or Nessa. Victoria's Secrets could be significant. No answer is revealed. A secret, mystery, fate, personal destiny. Something about someone's strength with regard to love. And look, with love, the endings and no answer. It says no answer is revealed, but it's no answer. So it's like someone is ending something before Valentine's Day. That's crazy. We don't celebrate Valentine's Day. It's like we like the method of marrying here. We don't need Valentine's Day to show our love. We used to be in that energy. And it takes time to get out of it. J.O. Johnson could be significant. Jones. J.O. Josh. The name Josh. Sometimes I say that to my kids. I'm like, you joshing me? Oh, I'm just joshing you. Like, I'm just fucking with you. I'm just playing around. The name Joe or Joseph could be significant. Jefferson could be significant. Jose could be significant. All right. Baby, I like it. That's Guy where I like it. The name John or Jonathan could be significant. Somebody's son could be significant. The White Sox or the Red Sox. Someone could like baseball. God damn. Safe travels. This is someone using their intuition. A water sign could be significant. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This gives me more Pisces energy with the intuition, the dream, the imagination. It gives like 12th house energy. So something could be significant about a Pisces or someone's intuition or someone's imagination. Joshua is also significant. Joshua could be someone's ex. So safe travels. Someone left a situation, or with this voodoo magic stuff, and someone was safe from something. This could have took place in December. This full moon in whatever full moon in December. You know how people try to do that last minute magic stuff with the powerful moons or the last moon of the year, like during a time where something is significant. Something's definitely significant with someone's ex. Definitely, because they're both in the gray. The letter C is significant. I already know because of this stain on the card. CHHC. Jersey City could be significant. Something about jock. Young jock. Jock itch. A jock scratch. Jock. The letter F is significant. San Fran could be significant. FC, what is it? The FCC? Something about the FCC. Oh, we have S here twice and two. San Fran is definitely significant, or the letters F and S. Oh, I think we said Francine or Fran. So that name is definitely significant. Something about the fire department. The fire department. Someone should really be safe and careful, because that's the third reference to fire that we've had. And now we actually have the fire department. The Jersey City Fire Department could be, look, Jersey City Fire Department with safe travels. It's like shout out to the Jersey City Fire Department because we were able to, something is significant. And then this is, something could happen where there's a big fire in Jersey City and the fire department was able to work miracles. And the Capricorn energy gives like being rewarded for that, being seen in the public eye, like in terms of your career, your public image, how you look to the world. Something is also significant about Capricorn season in December, or a Capricorn that was born in December. A divine feminine is significant. This divine feminine could be in her North Node energy. Something about someone's child could be significant. S-O-S-O. That's all I'm seeing. We got the X at the bottom here, so something about an X is significant. 2 X's, 2 S's. We have an O and a 0. Someone is angry about something. Angry about this culture shock. Angry about the world seeing them. The fire could also be like, if we're not talking about literal fire, this could be someone who's just really hot-headed. And the safe travels is someone else being able to stop them from causing havoc. Dang, something about a fire or fire sign is very significant. So we said we're going to use these. Oh my God. Enemy. The perfect enemy, the enemy within. So the perfect enemy is the enemy within. You are your own worst enemy is ideally what that is saying. Somebody is their own worst enemy. Someone is receiving a letter or some type of communication. Look, Twice. It's coming by messenger. So it gives something that needs to be signed or something that's certified. It could be something in the mail. But because this person is handing it to them, it feels like it's a delivery of sorts. What else do we have? This has something to do with someone's career or their job, a merchant. Someone hired for something. Maybe like it gives me like an attorney or something. But then this is a conversation. So this is a conversation with this merchant dealing with money. So who would you speak to that is a merchant that you would deal with money with? Like a merchant is somebody that you could buy someone's services. A life coach is a merchant. You pay them and then they help you with your life. So this merchant was helping somebody with maybe their money, their finances. This includes a lot of people. There are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are at least 6 people here. And we said 7. So this is affecting at least 6 people. And it has to do with a fortune. What else? And a lover. So this conversation could be between, look, with a foe at the bottom. I don't know what this means for you. This foe is feeling second. It's like this person is feeling in second place to this money, to this wedding, and to this death, to this ending. I don't want to get too deep into that because that's not where I'm trying to live. So this conversation has to do with the hiring of somebody, dealing with money, having to do with an enemy. It could deal with someone being their own worst enemy, or we have foe out here. So someone's foe is their enemy, or it could be both. Someone has a foe and they are their own worst enemy. But there's conversation about a foe, or this foe, about the foe being in second place. The foe is in second place, and the foe looks heartbroken. So this could be someone saying they're in a relationship with someone and they're not. I don't know, but there's a letter. It's coming by messenger. It has to do with a merchant and a conversation and a lover. This lover could be the center of the chaos. This lover could have caused the chaos. This culture shock has something to do with this merchant in this conversation. Oh, the merchant in a conversation. And this letter and this messenger is what has someone feeling like they need to get high. Like they need to take themselves out of this energy. They need to free their emotions. All right. I'm going to go. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. I love you. And I hope you have an awesome day. I hope this message resonates. And if it does not, I still thank you for coming through. I hope you have an awesome freaking day. The fire department with the C could be significant too. I don't know what city that would be. HC or CH fire department. C fire department. All right. I'm out of here. Love you. Bye.